What's going on, everybody? Here we are, another Thursday night on the grind, man. I'll tell you what, not a good week, people. Not a good week. A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense. Um, but before I get too deep into tonight's show, let me go on and take care of sponsors real quick. And first up tonight is Jade Affiliated. JadeAF.com is where you need to go to get custom motorcycle wheels. Jad with Jade Affiliated is a stand-up guy doing great work, making killer parts, but he's known for his wheels. The wheels are the ticket. Custom wheels. I've got the Walter White. The wheel is awesome looking. You've got to get over to jadeaf.com and order you up some wheels, man. You will not regret it. Next up, American Drag Seats. AmericanDragSeats.com. You need a custom motorcycle seat? We got you covered. You need a recover, the reupholstery. You need a custom pan, custom foam, custom reshape, any stuff like that. AmericanDragSeats.com is where you need to go. A full line of custom Harley Davidson seats, full line of American Iron Horse motorcycle seats. We have these things in stock or in house, and we can get them to you. So reach out to us on all the social media platforms, or just simply go to AmericanDragSeats.com and get a hold of us and order you up a seat. Next up is our good friend Daniel Roby and Jason Silman over at UrbanRidesMagazine.com. These guys are at all the rallies, all the bike shows, all of the stereo competitions, killer magazines, great pictorials. I mean, they're everywhere. You need to keep up with what's going on in this industry. All you have to do is go to UrbanRidesMagazine.com or go to Urban Rides Magazine on Facebook. The dude's doing live videos all the time, keeping up with you. All the rallies you can't be at. You need to get over to UrbanRidesMagazine.com and check them out. Next up is my good friend Earl at Hopkins-Design.com. If you need a website, if you need a logo, if you need cards, anything you need for your company when it comes to the logos, websites, stuff like that, you've got to get with Earl at Hopkins-Design.com. You will not be disappointed. He has been doing my websites and all of my stuff for at least 20 years now. Get over to Hopkins-Design.com and check him out. Last, but definitely not least, is our good friends over at Hell's Speed Shop, hellspeedshop.com. When you need a custom flannel shirt, they are the go-to. Their shirts are awesome. I've got 20 or 25 of them, and I love them. I wear them all in the summer, the winter, the fall. It doesn't matter. I wear them all the time. They are great shirts. They got good hats. They got t-shirts, all kinds of stuff you could possibly want. You got to get over to hellspeedshop.com. So what's happening, everybody? Here we are, another Thursday night on the grind. And as you saw, the title of tonight's show is, being a promoter. A promoter, that's what I am. I'm a promoter of the grind, of bike building. I'm a promoter of the audio industry. I like to do interviews. I like to, be involved in this industry. This motorcycle industry to me is more than just having my own personal custom bike. This industry to me is meeting good people, professional builders, garage builders, even people that are brand new buying their first motorcycle and they just want to upgrade it a little bit to make it their own. That's the whole reason I do this show. We are 7.5. Come January, we will be 8 years into this podcast. 8 years of ups, downs, inside outs. It just so much has happened in a little under 8 years. I never would have thought it would have grown the way that it's grown. I never thought that I was going to do a documentary. I never thought that I would meet all the builders that I've met. I never thought that the grind would be a name associated in the custom motorcycle world. I was just some dude getting on the computer, going live to help someone out that I thought needed help. That's all it was when I started. It has organically grown into what it is right now. What's up, John Lynch, Mr. Austin Wagner, Nancy Weems, Earl Hopkins, Daniel Roby? Man, Daniel, I hope you're feeling better, brother. Mike Main's in the house. But what I want to talk about tonight is what I do, being a promoter. It's part of this industry. It's promoting shows based around building custom bikes. What's up, Mr. Cole? What's up, Timothy Skates? But but the hard part about doing what I do is, and then there's a couple things that make what I do really challenging. First thing is trying to stay unbiased with all the different builders that I know, coast to coast, you know, south, east, west. Trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, staying true to the craft, also building seats, which is what I do, building custom motorcycles, which is what I do, keeping up with the friends, the magazines, the bike shows. And the last 2 years of my life have been really, 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 really challenging. And I haven't told everybody what's happened in the last 2 years. What's up, Mr. Austin? Uh, but there's so much that's gone on in my life in the last 2 years. I really shouldn't even be doing this show because there's so many other things that take precedent to doing this show. But I stay and I keep doing this show every Thursday night because this is what I enjoy. This is where I find my peace. And over the last 2 years, it's gotten really hard and really bad. Now I'm going to back up and tell you guys a timeline. We did a full head one-on-one biker build-offs in the first 18 in 2018, 2019, and 2020. We did 6 biker build-offs, and they were good. They took off. People loved them. This, that, and the other. I put you in our new group page, which is growing really fast. That's all right. Appreciate that, Marcia. But over that time frame, there's been a lot of controversy, and I know so many people out there have like, well, I told you that was going to happen. I told you that was going to happen. I told you. And people love to tell me, well, I told you so. And I don't know if the I told you so's make those people feel better or if those I told you so's, because I was so new at what I was doing, I didn't know any better. Well, I've been doing this almost 8 years. And in 8 years, the show has grown. I don't advertise the show, it's all word of mouth. I run it off of a shoestring budget because the show itself makes $0. It only costs money to do this show. I make no money off of this show. I've got a lot of good friends out of this show. I've met a lot of great builders from this show. I've seen a lot of great builders come and a lot of great builders go. And I say this because back in the day when I first started it, I told everybody about the chopper craze. The chopper craze, you had some of the most talented human beings, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07 into 08. And you had this huge influx of builders because of TV shows like Motorcycle Mania, American Chopper, the Discovery Channel Biker Build Off. It became a really big thing in the early 2000s. Motorcycles were brought to the mainstream and people loved it. Now, what that brings, there's nothing easy about it. Hats off to Daniel Roby for all the stuff he does. Hats off to all of the people that put on the audio shows because it takes so much to do it just for the regular person to walk up, do their thing, and then go home. But everything that it takes to make that happen so it's an easy transition, that's hard. So, what's up, James? Appreciate you. Uh, the reason I say this is because as a promoter, it is your responsibility to get the funding, to get the venue, to get the participants, to do the advertisements, to put out the flyers, all the stuff that you that it takes to actually put one of these on. I've never had an investor. I've had some very loyal sponsors like Hell Speed Shop, Urban Rides Magazine, so forth and so on. I've had a lot of them come, and I've had a lot of the sponsors go. The ones that I advertise now are the ones that actually have stuck around from beginning to end and been here and been very solid with me. The reason I bring this up is because in 2021, when I did the National Biker Build Off, each person paid $2,500 to be in the show, to be committed to the show. I talked about it for a couple of months, made it happen. We had 10 builders at the time, and all of the money that the builders paid to get into that show, $2,500 a piece. There were 10 builders. That was $25,000 that we had in liquid cash. And the funny thing is that out of all 5 builders, 6 showed up, 5 competed, 2 won. In all of the biker build-offs that I've put on, every one of them had its own special set of issues. All of them did. The guys couldn't get the bikes built in time, or they got the bikes built in time, but they had to go outside the box to do stuff. There's always issues. Well, in 2021, that model was put up or shut up. You paid the $2,500 to get into the show. You were invested in it. You had something more than just the bike you were going to build. And it did. It went off great. There were still complaints. There were still issues. There was still a lot of BS went along with it, but I loved it. And now there's a documentary on YouTube of that build off. And I'm positive there are builders that were in that show that don't like me, that don't want to mess with me, that don't want to have nothing to do with me. And the funny thing is the way they feel has nothing to do with me. I did everything I said I was going to do the way I said I was going to do it. I made it happen, and it was great. It really was. Well, here we are in 2025, and I had this idea with, actually, it started with me and Brian Barber, talking about doing an all Texas bagger build off, because the baggers are popular right now. You know what I'm saying? They're popular. That's what the majority of bikes are nowadays. I'm not saying it's all the bikes. I'm just saying that's just the majority. And when I put it out there back in December, I called builders, talked to builders, and just let them know what I was going to do. And we had 9 builders that wanted to participate. Well, as of tonight right now, we're down to 5 builders, because we had another builder had to drop out because of very, very good reasons, but they're personal reasons. And if you need the reason why he had to drop out, you can contact him yourself. His name is Timothy Skates. Timothy Skates had to back out of the build off for very good reasons, but he had to back out. So as it sits right now today, the 5 builders we have: Val Vargas, Devin Sockwell with Legacy Bike Works, Eric Contreras with Powerhouse, Scotty Roberts with Bloodline, and then Wayne Smith. Those are your 5 builders. Something tells me 1 or 2 of those builders is probably going to be dropping out in the near future. I hope they don't. I hope we can keep it at least 5, because, no offense, going from 9 builders down to 5, and I'm worried about 2 of those builders, it's not good. It's not good, because let me explain this to you. When you put on a show like this and you want to say, Texas, this is Texas, we have some of the best builders in the country. The guys know what they're doing, from building the bikes, doing the audio, doing baggers, whatever. We have good builders. But now, from 9 to 5 builders. Well, let me explain to you guys how this works, because I keep, through the grapevines, I keep hearing that I didn't take it serious enough. I keep hearing things through the grapevine that I'm the one not taking it serious. Well, let me tell you on a realistic, personal level, how the hell the way this works is you got to have a venue, you got to have sponsors, and you got to have builders. That's the way it works. You need those three things to make this work. The funny thing is, you got to get the builders first, or you got to get the sponsors first, or you got to get the venue first. But at some point in time, you have to have all three to make it work. Or you pray that all the builders show up and show out. Because as it sits right now, for the build off, for this build off, we literally have one single paying sponsor. We have had 2 people donate money through the GoFundMe, just 2. And those 2 were Uncle Bruno and our good friend Chino Nguyen, the tall Chino Nguyen with the good hair. Those 2 people put money in towards this show, towards that, whatever you want to say. If you can't get the sponsors, it's hard to get the venue. If you don't have the venue, it's hard to keep the builders. If you can't keep the builders, you can't get the venue. If you can't keep the builders, you can't get the sponsors. So here's where we sit right now. 5 builders, okay? I would agree with you, Honor. Brian Barber, I think those 5 should prove that they're still in it so they don't drop out at the very last minute. So I will tell you guys right now, Scotty Roberts is in this to win this. Wayne Smith is in this to win this. Devin Sockwell is in it. I don't know if he's in it to win it, but I know he's in it because it's the bike's being built downstairs in my garage. So I know he's in it. I don't know about Eric Contreras because I haven't seen anything. And I don't know about Val Vargas because I haven't seen anything. Now, when I talk to these people, they're in it. So that's why I'm saying we have 5. Man, I'll be praying for your good friend there, Uncle Bruno. The reason I'm even saying this to you guys is because I sit here January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August for 8 months. And I have made phone calls. I've made phone calls to anybody and everybody I can to get them as sponsors. So there's some money behind this. As of date, 1. And I'm hoping and praying that 1 is still behind it. 2, the venue. I keep in constant communication with the Lone Star Rally, and they keep telling me they're in, but they haven't told me where they're going to put us yet. Things up in the air for me. It's up in the air for the builders, and it's up in the air where we're going to be. I would love nothing more than have a ghost sponsor come in and throw some money at this. You know, even $5,000, $5,000 to one of the builders would be just great. I'm putting this out there for everybody because it's not easy. It's not easy. And everybody just thinks it's, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. And you got to do. And I keep saying, I've done that and I've done that and I've done that and I've done that and I've done that. And I keep doing these things. But this is a bad year for some reason. I don't understand why it's bad. Understand what's going on. In all of the almost 8 years I've been doing this, this is the one single year where it just seems like shit is just not working. And if there's anybody out there that wants to throw their hand or their hat into the ring to help me out, by all means, help me out. I'm sorry, and Dre. I'm very sorry, Dre. But yes, Tim had to back out last week. He told me, I want to say it was Friday. We had a conversation, and like I told you guys, I'm not. It's none of my. It's not my place to tell you guys why he backed out, but he had a very good reason for backing out. If you want to know the details on why he backed out, then you need to contact Timothy Skates yourself and let him tell you. That's up to him. All I know is I'm the deliverer of the news, and the news is he had to back out. Cameron Johnson had to back out. Derek Bolden had to back out. Lonnie Rebels backed out really, really quickly. So I don't know what to tell everybody. I don't know. I mean, Wayne Smith, Devin Sockwell, Scotty Roberts. Those three, I've seen the products they're building. Are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're building bikes, and I know that. So I'm sitting here. What would Pops say? Pops would say, "You ain't done nothing. You ain't done shit." Or he would say, "Did you see that big old booty?" Or I feel like some Mexican food today. But did you see that big old booty? That's what Pops would say. Now, that's me making light of this situation, but the reality of the situation is just this. We lost another builder. We're down to 5 builders. I have a gut freaking feeling that we're probably going to lose 1 or 2 more. I don't want to. I'm doing everything I can as a promoter to get everybody active and get it doing. But people, we are down to 8 weeks, 8.5 weeks before the show happens. So in 8.5 weeks, is it enough time to build a bike? Absolutely. Every single one of these builders could build a bike in 8.5 weeks. I'm positive of it. Are they going to be to the quality and the standard that you could have built through the whole 10 months? I don't know. I don't know, because I don't want to say what a builder can build and what a builder can't build. But I will say this, 10.5 months, 8 weeks. Which one would you rather have? So there you go. I don't know what else to say. All I can say is that I'm doing the best I can with everything I've got to deal with. Cracker Barrel build off. They might be interested. Sorry, too soon? Nah, I get you. But that's the unfortunate reality of doing this. What's up, Mr. Mosley? Is that when you get into something like what I'm doing here, trying very hard to resurrect something that was such a staple in this industry, the biker build off. I'm trying to resurrect something that showcases builders, showcases the industry, brings up the camaraderie, the competition. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, man, it's when you see certain builders build and they take it so serious, like it's life or death. Scotty Roberts is the one I'm talking about. When you see a builder throw every single thing he can at something, to the point, man, I don't understand where that money comes from or how it happens. You get to the point where you're like, dude, why am I doing this when I know one person is killing themselves to make something happen? And I'm not saying the others aren't doing the same thing. I'm just saying I don't see it. I don't get the updates. I don't get the pictures. I don't get the, hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing. Scotty Roberts stays on top of this game so much. I know exactly where he's at in his build. I know exactly where Devin's at in his build. And I'm pretty sure I know where Wayne Smith is at in his build. But I don't know anything about Val Vargas, and I don't know what's going on with Eric Contreras. And I'm extremely happy to have them in this build off because I've seen bikes that Eric Contreras has built. I've seen the trikes, I've seen all the stuff he's done, and the dude knows what he's doing. So he could be just sitting back, stressing me out, but bringing a killer. You don't know. Val Vargas could be doing the same thing. He may be, what's the term for it? There's a term for it. I forget what it is. He may just be holding back, not showing anybody anything because he wants to just wow everybody. What's up, Mr. Rick Donati? Good to see you watching, buddy. But I don't know. But I know as the promoter of this show, I've never had such a hard time in my life to put one of these build offs on, from the venue to the sponsors to the builders. And I'm not saying all the builders, so don't get me wrong. I'm just saying things are happening that are out of my personal control, but yet I feel like at some point in time I'm going to be the guy like, well, you didn't do it right. You didn't try hard enough. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. When in reality, that old thing, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's what this is. He said gaslighting, Kevin. But that's what this is. I've got the platform, the social media. Everything else just seems like it's taking sandbagging. That's exactly the word I was looking for. I don't know if Val Vargas is sandbagging me because he may be over there killing himself right now and I don't even know it. And he's just going to show up with this killer freaking bike. But anyway, so here's my whole point to tonight's show. It ain't easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And we are down to 5 builders. 5 builders. So until a builder tells me, hey, I'm out, I can't do it, I'm going to assume we still have 5 builders. And those 5 builders are, in no particular order, Wayne Smith, Scotty Roberts, Val Vargas, Devin Sockwell, and Eric Contreras with Powerhouse. Those are your 5 builders, down from 9 in the original 9 back in January. So for those 5 builders, I say thank you. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing what you're going to build. It's never easy to do it right. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Doug? You're right, Doug. It's never easy to do it right. But here we sit. So I'm sitting here, and I keep telling you guys this. There's going to come a day, I don't know, in the next 6 months or so, where I'm going to have a specific show just about me. And I'm going to let everybody in on what has happened the last 2 years of my life. That way you guys will understand what's going on with me. Because I keep bringing the topic up, but I can't tell you. There's reasons I can't tell you yet, but I will get to the point where I'm telling you. I hope and pray for everybody's sake that these last 5 builders handle their business, get their stuff done, and we don't have anybody else back out of this build off. I truly appreciate Derek Bolden. I appreciate Lonnie Revels. I appreciate Cameron Johnson. I appreciate Timothy Skates. I appreciate all you guys for wanting to do this. I'm not mad at you because you had to back out. Not a ne'er one of y'all am I upset with. I know things happen. I'm only speaking from the promoter side, saying this one's been hard. This one's been a little taxing on me. So don't think that I'm upset with any of the builders that had to back out. I'm not. I'm disappointed, and as I should be, because I was looking forward to seeing what those builders brought to the table. So for you 4 builders that had to back out, I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I'm disappointed because it's not going to happen, because I was looking forward to those 9 builders to really kick ass and take names, to prove Texas is where it's at. We know what we're doing. Things happen. Maybe if it wasn't just a Texas build off. Nancy Weems, you are 100% correct. And I'll tell you what, there is a strong possibility that there will be a nationwide bagger build off next year. But I can tell you this, I'm already today talking with people about doing that next year. Because in the beginning, back in December and January, people like Scott Owens from Insane Asylum made it very clear, hey, I'm not getting behind this build off because it's just Texas. If it was nationwide, I would get behind you 100%. I very much understand why Scott Owens said that. I 100% appreciate him. But then we had other builders coast to coast chiming in. Well, hey, can I get in? Hey, can I get in? So there is obviously a want to do another build off, but it's going to have to be nationwide. It's going to have to be the whole thing. um, when I do that one, I'm going to change it up one more time. There will be a buy-in, and there will be a buy-in for a certain amount of money, and there will only be one winner. But let's focus on this year, and then after this year, then we'll start working on the other one in November and December after this build off. So if you mean what you say and you say what you mean, the next 5 Thursdays will be a interview with the builders that are still in it, correct? So, Brian Barber, I just said this. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I would love to say for the next 5 weeks, you will get an interview from all 5 builders one at a time. I can guarantee you there will be at least 2 interviews. I know one of the builders travels for work all the time and only comes in town on the weekends. So he's not even available to do an interview. But maybe I'll pre-record one for him and get it and just play it automatically on here, because I do have the ability to do that if I'm not mistaken. But yes, that would be great. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm fixing to, when I get off of here, I'm going to send a group text to the 5 builders that are still in it. And I'm going to be like, all right, guys, here's the deal. We need to do interviews over the next 5 weeks. I need to know who's serious and who's not and what's going on. Let's do this. But anyway, I don't want to sit here and talk about this shit all night long. I do want to say this. Building bikes is fucking cool. Customers sometimes suck. Sometimes the customers end up being your best friends. It's just the nature of this industry. If you're afraid of confrontation, you're never going to be able to use communication. If you can't communicate with somebody, you're never going to resolve issues, and you're going to end up making people mad. So do yourself a favor, quit being afraid of the confrontation, start having the conversations, and let's try to make this freaking industry better than we left it. Anyway, you guys go have a great Thursday night. We'll see you all here next Thursday night. Appreciate you watching. Please share the videos.